Welcome back from the break, everyone. We catch our adventurers on a train, a murder train.
Choo-choo.
All right, everyone. It seems like the House Cannith Scion has died, possibly killed in his sleep.
Good riddance. In his sleep.
Murder is evil. I know that one.
I'm fairly certain I learned this one in class, in Angel class. Murder, bad.
Unless an angel doesn't.
Yes, unless an angel doesn't. Then it's wholly good.
Oh my
With a
god.
W or with an H? Okay. All right. So Archibald goes in. He inspects the crime scene. If you all are watching him, he seems very meticulous, and he looks around, and then he notices like weird little things, like there's a slight fiber of something on his jacket, and that there's his feet are out of place somehow, and you see him just you see the math numbers in his brain, a la Sherlock, and then he comes back out and says, "I have ruled out no suspects. Everyone, I'm going to have to ask that you please stay in your seats as I conduct this investigation of murder as a Dimadani, as I was destined to do." And you see him kind of just trail off. You get the feeling he does this a lot.
He's the hero of his own TV show.
Yeah.
Something like, I don't know if you noticed in the notes that I put for him, but it says, always managing to find himself at the scene of a crime and solving it out from under the authorities. So
A gumshoe.
he pokes around. What would you guys like to do? He's going to take a little bit of time before he finds who he thinks is his culprit. And I would like to make this a little bit gamified for you guys. What would you like to do in the meantime?
Is he gonna get mad if we don't go back to our seats?
He doesn't have any real authority to tell you to do. Well, he kind of does because he's like the Sky Marshal. As long as he doesn't catch you walking around, you should be fine.
Can we straight up ask him if he wants any help?
Yeah, you could.
All right. Oh, excuse me, Mr. Excellent Hat. Do you need any help?
First off, again, thank you for the hat compliment. I don't get that much, and I feel like it really does like complete the look, and I never get it.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Yes, I would absolutely love some help. What were you all doing this time? Could you think of any suspects that would be potentially have an animosity towards the victim? I noticed that you guys have been around the cars a little bit.
Well, I do know.
I kind of give Feathers the stink eye, like, don't tattle on that guy, come on.
What were you going to say, Phil?
I was gonna mention that he had a bit of a run-in with the Warforged, and that
Really?
yes, he doesn't see them as people, as beings. He sees them as tools, and I'm pretty sure the Warforged was not appreciative of that.
I don't suppose he sees much of anything anymore. Am I right? He puts on shades, but then he takes them off.
And I add a laugh, and I try and make it sound real, even though it's not.
Ha!
Ha. Cora just looks him up and down and says, "Can I go check on the blockage?"
You're dismissed.
Can I go?
What was that, Charles? Sorry.
He just says, so I can go?
He waves you away like, yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
You don't seem the kind, he looks at you and says, you don't seem the devious type. You don't have the constitution for it.
Is he insulting me?
No, go ahead.
He might be.
Oh, okay.
He's
No,
saying
no.
you don't seem sneaky enough for murder.
Right. Cora's just like, I just want to keep going now. Like, can you figure this out while we're moving? So he's just gonna see if he can't get into locomotive again.
Yeah. He lets you all know. It seems the murder occurred last night. The blinds were drawn for the room. The tenant of the car had asked not to be disturbed and he was moving on a place past your exit. So it's entirely possible that the person doing the murder had expected that the train would arrive at the station before the body was discovered.
Good thinking ahead.
But
Okay.
this Warforged, you said he looks as though he did not appreciate an interaction with Mr. Marcos.
Yes, Lud is his name.
Lud.
He's traveling with the little girl with the red hair and the piercing green eyes.
And I.
He says, yes, the tall one with the short one. Yeah.
I go, yeah, she's a scion, and I named the house of that she's from.
I missed it because there was ringing
here,
and I
isn't it?
muted you. What?
And she goes, yeah, she's from house such and such. Pretty interesting that she's on the train, huh? And I just smile at him.
That is interesting. If you'll excuse me. And he goes off toward their car.
Okay. Do I think it's completely done in this room?
What?
The car with the murder?
What do you mean by completely done?
Like, do I think he's gonna come back to it?
You don't know.
Okay. I'd like to take a look myself at the doorway.
Okay. You're just looking from afar, or are you going to poke around? Because that's the perception versus investigation.
Well, I'm going to poke around, but I'm going to use my hand, my ledgerman hand, to kind of like pick things up and move things down, because then there's no fingerprints. I haven't stepped in, and I'm not in line if someone asks me.
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation check in that case.
Okay.
While you're doing that, Aldi, as Core goes up to the front, you see. I'll note that for later.
Okay, cool.
You see Dorian just kind of shaking her head and sighing as she looks at the rubble. The crew of the lightning rail has actually started to get equipment from the storage cars in the back that can start moving stuff out of the way, blasting a way through. They're starting to do calculations and a few things to see what they need to do, but it's like a rock slide that came down from the hill and is now covering the track. Had you run into it, it would have probably pulverized the front car if its shielding from the electricity didn't hold, and so it was a risk she wasn't willing to take.
Well,
So was it a cover-up? Someone's trying to cover up the murder?
Maybe.
By killing even more people?
Well, he will talk to her about, the nature of this blockage, and if she thinks it would have destroyed the train, or if it has some sort of, extra force fields. He's just trying to get more information about the train.
She explains that the front car is pretty durable. It can act as an icebreaker for minor things. However, hitting something that is like a full pileup could, you know how magnet rails work.
Yeah.
Imagine a penny on the track.
Yeah. Well, he will make small talk. Doesn't really care about the murder.
Right.
It's not a super big deal to him. But afterwards, he would return.
Okay. If you want to make a check to see if you can help clear things up,
Sure.
I know that's what you were going for. What do you think you could do?
I mean, I don't know. Since it's a big rock slide, he wasn't sure what type of blockage it was. He could see it, but he was like, let me go closer. I don't think he might be able to help. He would volunteer. So whatever she thinks he might be able to do.
Why don't you... Were you looking to try to maybe do something by hand?
Or just, maybe whatever equipment they may have that he could see that could clear this blockage.
All right.
Right?
What kind of check do you think for looking around trying to figure that out?
Not sure. Investigation. I mean, he would just volunteer and say, ask what kind of equipment is being used to do this, because he's like, you're not going to lift that.
She explains that they basically have Not a grenade, but like a thunder pulse. Thing that they can use for clearing minor debris.
Mm.
That if they do it right, they might be able to roll the rest of it off, and then it'll take probably the better part of half a day to clear.
Okay.
So you're already halfway through it now, and you see that they're starting to finally set the charges, essentially, to start doing that.
All right. He will just figure out when they're gonna do that because he wants a front row seat, and he's just gonna return and tell everyone how long he thinks it'll take.
Okay. As you walk back past the main car, you feel the electricity surging around you, still active because otherwise it would crash down to the ground.
Right. Okay, so I'll just return to everyone and say, looks like it's going to be about a half a day. So at the very least, we won't be delayed too long.
I guess that's good to know.
Tiki, poking around, you noticed that, or Jorah, sorry, poking around, you noticed that there is a fair bit of. This guy was pretty well loaded, but something that you notice of interest that you pull out of a pocket is a weird little gold ball that like seems like it's made of metal.
Okay.
And you're not quite sure what it is.
Okay. I want to note. Well, did anybody come with me? Like, is the Azamar with me at all?
Yes.
Yes, right next to you.
Okay.
And he
What-
sees you also see the little ball, and you recognize it. It's the chicken ball.
Okay.
Yeah, I mentioned what it is, and like I like sort of do the hand motions. Like you can twist and turn it, and it'll change into thingies like a bird or a cube. I don't understand it. He said I probably could never use it, but
Okay. Huh. Okay.
You
It
should
was in my
try.
pocket.
See if he was wrong.
I was gonna ask if I could. Did the detective tell us how he died, or is it? I mean, is it clear how he died?
His head was caved in,
Oh, okay.
as though with a heavy, blunt object.
I'm assuming the head is like the body's still there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was gonna.
The head is
roll
still there
medicine.
too. It's just gross.
Okay. Okay.
Well, I'm gonna go with medicine to see if I understand anything different about why his head was caved in. Maybe it's a cover-up. He's actually got a stab wound in his heart.
So I mean, you're kind of gonna make it sound like I just made this up on the spot after you said that. Now,
But he has a stab
But
wound in his
you-
heart.
you not a stab wound in his heart, but you do notice that the cave-in. It seems like the blood was not still flowing. He might have already been dead when that was done to his head.
Ooh, the plot and the blood thickens.
Bleh.
But
As you're looking around, what you do notice is that there is a he had on his neck his tattoo, if you recall.
Yeah, the
There-
glowing one.
Yeah, the glowing one. There is a puncture mark within that would be very hard to notice with the tattoo now blackened with him being dead.
Hmm. And that's a natural thing for their tattoo to do that when they die.
I'm going to say yes, and if I get corrected, whatever.
Okay.
so that's a note. If you ever want to kill one of those snoots, just stab them in the tattoo thing.
I mean, if you stab anybody in a tattoo that they have, it's a lot less noticeable than if you just stab them on open skin. But yeah.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. So I point that out to Jorah.
Okay. And I go,
Although, yeah, I would like to try messing with that the gold orb now.
Okay. Jorah's then going to take the hand and she's going to kind of like do the thing where she's going to go and then pull his tongue out. And she's just say, that's 2 deaths. What about poison?
Hmm.
And just see if there's any discoloration on the tongue.
Make me a medicine check. You could also use nature.
Can she use Azazi's medicine check?
Oh, thank God for nature.
No. Well, there's a 2. You got 9. His tongue's pretty messed up, but you're not sure if that's from the bludgeoning damage.
Maybe he bit his tongue. Who knows?
It's entirely possible that being hit on the
Yeah.
head.
Okay. And then it probably just looks really weird to the Azamar, but it's almost like a puppeteer thing where I'm just kind of like the hand, and then like there's things that are moving in there, and so next thing I do is I kind of take his hand and I kind of turn it towards us so that we can kind of like look at his fingernails, see if he's got anything underneath them.
Okay.
Like,
You can
did he-
make me an investigation check. Meanwhile, Azazia, if you're going to try with the ball again, why don't you make me... Let me take a look at what you've got. You can use either Arcana or Sleight of Hand.
I guess I'll go Arcana.
Ooh.
Is that the right one? Yeah, it is.
Nice.
Oh wow.
All right. With your investigation check, Jorah, you do notice that he... with your investigation check being so crazy, you do notice that there is something very off-putting about the way that this worked. You see slight signs of struggle under his nails, but also you do see that it seems like he was woken, but then only very abruptly. As far as the having known about the puncture wound, you do see some discoloration around where the tattoo was. As you look closer, you can see lines and veins here and there.
Okay. I pointed out to Azamar and I go, that's very interesting, discoloration. Probably not something, more than just the knife or blade was inserted there. That may be poison. And then Jorah just kind of shrugs. I don't know too much about that sort of stuff, but
Of course. Is it like a small, like a needle puncture mark, or like a blade?
Small.
Or like a bite.
It's fangs.
I mean,
So,
Cora is now super watching that orb. Whatever.
with the 20, Azazia, you shift it and click it and turn it in a way that you think you saw him do, and you see it kind of pop open, and inside of it is a little crystal.
Ooh. Well, I kind of hold the thing up without touching the crystal to try and get a better look at it. See, like kind of shake it, see if it rolls around or if it's like stuck.
Did you break it?
I hope not.
It's not stuck, it jiggles.
Okay, just like loose in the center.
Mm-hmm.
Is it similar to the crystals that power this?
It looks like it could be a dragon shard, yes.
Mm.
But it doesn't look the same as the ones that power the lightning rail, but you do know that all dragon shards are different. So.
Hey, James, real quick question.
Yep.
How valuable are dragon shards?
Very, extremely valuable.
Okay. Jorah's just going to say, you mind if I hold on to that?
I'm like just about to touch it. Like what? Oh. Okay.
But will the ball do the neat things if you take the crystal out?
Oh, like a battery. Like a. I guess I wouldn't say battery. I wouldn't know that word, but.
I think they're batteries, like magical batteries. I'm pretty sure.
They are essentially magical batteries. Yeah. I don't know that battery would be the word for it. It would probably be power crystals.
Okay. It's like it's power crystal. Maybe we could try just like lift it out and then try and reverse.
It goes more slack in your hand.
Oh,
You-
okay. Then yeah, you are
You
quite right.
did
It is the power
break
crystal.
it.
Put the crystal back inside and twist it again.
And it goes, and it closes back up. At this point, you see Archibald pop back out of the cabin.
Ugh,
Can't-
I roll my dice. Okay.
Let me just put all y'all in front of here real quick. I'm gonna actually do this because Corey, you came later.
Yep.
And he says, well, thank you all so much for all of your help. I think this is a pretty open and shut case. I've accused the Warforged of murder, and we're going to go ahead and get to the next stop. Bravo, job well done. And he immediately walks past all of you.
Okay. I would like to take the gold ball and put it in my pocket if I can if I can just say, this might be useful for later. Mind if I have it?
Or you're talking to the team, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not evil. Just give it to her.
Yes. I was trying to think if you think of anything like would sort of see 2 and 2 or not, but no, he'd probably just like okay, and hand it over.
At least it won't be stolen. Of course,
Very
that's
true.
As this goes, you all, if you have any more investigation that you wanted to do with the body, you can do that. However, if you're done, I'm gonna say that some time passes.
Oh, like
Do we pass all the information that we've gathered on to him? Did he already know?
that's what we
all of
need to
this
do.
stuff?
yeah.
Like,
we're
right
gonna
now.
have to, figure out what we want to do because
I'll be the last one to go to him.
Okay, so as you go to leave Graf, you see Nadara pop out of the door and say, "Wait, wait!" And she like grabs you by the arm.
Oh,
have to-
hello.
You have to tell him that he's wrong. You have to tell him it wasn't Lud. He would never do something like that.
All right. Will you apologize for smacking me in the nose?
I'm sorry. I always wanted to be a Wayfinder, and I got really upset when you guys beat me. I know that you cheated, but that's okay because technically I wasn't allowed anyway. I'm sorry.
That was kind of an apology. You definitely tacked on some shitty things, but I'll take it. Come on, let's go.
Okay. And she follows along behind you. And you all go to the detective. Wait. Okay, so he goes and says, "Oh, did you want to know how I deduced it? I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, it's pretty elementary, really.
All right, go on then.
Elementary,
Nice.
because haha, we're in a fantasy setting.
Or a lemon tree.
Too far.
It's spelled the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah. Tell us how you got to it, please.
he goes into a wild explanation about how he was obviously accosted in his sleep. The Warforged was able to get the drop on him. He looked up the fact that Lud happened to be in one of the units that was underneath Kenneth, and that many of his friends had been dissected by Kenneth after they were no longer war ready, after they were sent home for relief of duty for being too broken to fight.
All right, so you noticed he got punched in the head really hard, yeah? Is that
Exactly that.
All right.
Yes.
Did
and
you
of
also
course the Warforged has a mace.
Did you also notice he got stabbed in the neck?
Notice that he got stabbed in the neck. Now, how would I have noticed that?
You look
If
at
I
his
were,
neck.
let's say, if I were you, and if I were investigating a body that I didn't notice something on, and then perhaps someone after me noticed something?
Well, you look at his neck and you see there's a stab in it.
Right.
Are you trying to say we stabbed him just to show you something new? Because that's not what happened.
I go, there's also potentially evidence of poison. And smiles.
So let me
Oh.
get this straight. You tampered with a crime scene.
No, we didn't touch it. You can look
I
at
never
his neck.
did.
You can look
I
at his neck.
did not.
Yeah, without touching him. I did. I went, oh, look, his neck.
Listen. I'm willing to give you all the benefit of the doubt, but as far as I'm concerned, I don't know if you know this, but I'm in the Madani family. I do
do.
this for a living.
It's very impressive.
Thank you.
Did you also notice, Offrenier has a little bit of medicine experience, that the blood was apparently already clotted before his head got punched, and it would have been more bloody all over if he got punched to death.
That's quite true.
I would like whoever of you is trying to make me a persuasion check.
Ooh,
Who's
I'll do that.
Yeah,
Let me-
you do it.
Hold on.
Yes,
I've got
please, yes, please.
I've got a +8 to it.
Wait,
plus
wait,
eight?
wait, wait. A
Mine's
plus
better.
8? Why doesn't Philip do it?
That's fine.
he's
Yep.
the one who saw it with the medicine.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. Also, he would trust you more than Jorah, to be fair. Her DC would be a little higher. She's like, no, I didn't murder or steal anything.
This time?
18, not bad.
18.
Nice.
All right. He says, I'll go reinvestigate. But the Warforged being here is not a coincidence. As you said
I agree.
yourselves, and he looks over to Nadara and he says, the Lady de Lorendar should not be on this train.
I lean
And-
over to her and I'm like, it wasn't me. I didn't say that to him.
She flushes at him knowing who she is. And then he says, and on top of that, the fact that he is bludgeoned after being killed does not rule out the possibility that the Warforged simply did that and then also bludgeoned him out of spite.
You're not wrong, of course, but you know, we shouldn't. And I just let it trail off.
You shouldn't. You should do what I asked.
She was thinking we shouldn't jump to conclusions, and then it was like, if I say this to him, he might get pissed off. So, end sentence.
You shouldn't. And he looks at you and says, shouldn't what?
Let me go show you that body.
He goes with you, Azazia. And I assume you just show him the markings that you saw.
Yes, yeah. So I sort of like gesture on myself. So if you look right here, the tattoo changes. You see the minor cut and then the slight discoloration.
He looks and says, I do see that. Of course, I can't see it from the doorway because of the way the body is sitting, but I do see that. You're right. You have a lot of knowledge about this body. And he turns and keeps looking at it. That was a good persuasion check. So he's inclined to believe all of you, obviously.
Cool.
He doesn't think that it's you guys that did it. But he
I
does
don't have
say,
the Constitution.
exactly. He does say, you understand that Mr. DeCanneth had an outstanding suit with the Lorandar family.
Mhm.
As he's picking over the body, he says, oh yes, no, I see the poison markings. That's a good call. And
All
that-
I know is that Lud guy, he's very nice. I don't think he would hurt anybody.
Many Warforged are nice, but you need to remember, they were born and made to be killers. Especially if it was requested by their master.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, but she's really nice too. I don't think she would hurt anybody, and clearly lying.
Yes, and your
Not-
friend Jorah is also very nice, but I wouldn't trust her with my back turned.
What are you insinuating?
He looks to you for a second, Azazi, and he's like, nothing, of course.
Oh, okay.
I will continue to pursue this. However, I must deliver evidence once we make it back into Fairhaven, as I see it. And the evidence right now is against the Warforged. And more so, with this new deception, possibly against the Lady Lorandar.
That's not good. But maybe it's the truth. I don't know.
If you can help me find that it wasn't her in a convincing fashion before we make it back, I will gladly present that case instead.
Seems fair enough.
Well-
The goodwill out.
Well, I look at Graf, and I go, there's something that I haven't heard this fine gentleman ask anybody about yet. Well, alibi.
Yeah.
Did you ask any of the surrounding, passengers if they saw or heard anything from the lady or see the Warforged move from their seat?
Because I have not actually Agatha Christie'd all of this out,
Yeah.
I don't have an exact timeline of every character and where they were on the train.
Okay, but did he actually find that they did not have a good alibi? Is basically the question that she'll have.
You will get that as an answer if, and here's where we go, folks. We're gonna do a skill challenge.
Yay!
I would like all of you to explain to me what something that you could do is to prove their innocence, and make a skill check and or spell and or explanation accordingly. With this, I am looking at 3 successes, 3 failures.
Well,
What can you do within your powers to help prove that this was not a murder committed by Lud and Nidara?
first thing that Core can think of is he wants. This is going to sound strange. He wants to smell the body,
All right.
and he wants to smell the Warforged
Mm.
because he can detect magic.
Okay.
He wanted to know if there was any lingering magic about the Warforged that maybe got onto the body. That's the first thing that he can think of. Don't know if it makes much sense. I don't think it's admissible in court. He's not quite a bloodhound.
Would it be
What?
Go ahead.
What would your check for that be?
Arcana, I would guess, but yeah, I think that, or perception.
Make the check that's better for you on those 2. I will include the fact that you're using a spell as part of lowering the DC.
Okay.
Did you turn the music back on? I think it's still off.
Oh, it was a 16 and then it was a 9 or a 6.
Oh.
Yeah.
I had it looping. Did it stop?
I don't
It
hear
may
it.
have.
It's an ambient background track now. It's
Oh,
a
that's why.
lightning rail background.
Okay.
Yeah.
Never
So
mind.
I did change the music a little bit.
Okay.
But
All right. So that's a 9.
yeah.
You smell, and you can't. There's no active spells on him,
Right.
and you don't pick up any traces of anything.
Okay.
So unfortunately, that's going to be a failure.
Yep. That is a-okay. He goes, I don't smell anything.
Don't smell.
Strange.
Unsurprising.
James,
Yes.
were there any other characters that you pointed out to us aside from Redhead, Warforged, the dead guy, and the investigator person?
Mini dragon lady.
Yep.
Okay.
Go ahead.
We haven't had a chance to kind of go check out the mini dragon lady.
No, you have not.
Okay.
We are still in a skill challenge, though.
Yeah.
Go and persuade her or something.
I would want to, like, there's a window into the room, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I would like to check the integrity of all the locks to look for anything that looked like it was tripped, or if there's any kind of catches, something to, as I'm definitely a good lockpick and have covered my traces. I'm looking to see if somebody tried to create a mechanism to lock a door behind them, so it looked like he was locked in,
Right.
like
Um,
that's a window.
You know what? That's pretty creative. What are you looking at? Are you looking at lock picking? Are you looking at investigation?
Lock picking.
Okay.
So assessing the integrity of the locks and seeing if they were tampered with in any way to leave behind evidence.
Okay. I will allow it. Go ahead and make
Is
me a lock picking check.
And that's with the dex as the attribute.
It's,
Sleight of hand.
I mean, I have my thieves tools. Do you want to use that?
I'll let you use either intelligence or dexterity.
Okay. And is this with sleight of hand or thieves tools?
Are they both? Is either of them expertise for you?
Sleight of hand is better.
I'll let you use sleight of hand for this.
Okay.
Hush.
So you.
What? Thing rolled.
It did not roll.
Okay.
oh. That was previous.
Oh, there it is. Okay, sorry.
Ah,
It just.
okay.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I'll take all of it.
With a 24, you scan around and you notice that there is that the outside window actually seems to have been tampered with, which is strange because the Warforged, as you know, Core, could not have gotten outside the window and easily been able to crawl his way to the outside because of the effects of the spell around the train.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Okay.
Coral definitely mentioned that he thought about getting on the top of the train too, but that wasn't going to work.
All right. Well, I will point that out immediately to the investigator. That seems kind of fishy. What do you know that could say with the train outside of the magical, safety zone? Because that has definitely been tampered with.
Can I tack on to that? It wouldn't have had to. It wouldn't have had to stay with the train because we've been stopped because there was shit on the tracks.
But he does say that the time of death was the night before the shit was on the tracks.
Okay.
So he says, good catch, but that is fair. There's very little way that at least the Warforged could have made it in through the window.
Whoever did it could have left because of the stuff on the tracks, though.
Mm-hmm.
It's entirely possible. But I don't think we're missing any passengers yet. I checked the roster.
Well, if they were on the roof the whole time.
Well, since it stopped, we can check it out
All right.
and see if we see, anything. I mean, if the train hasn't been moving, maybe there's tracks or something. That's what Core says.
Seems worth looking into.
Can we leave this scene to go do other things, or is this we need to finish this?
This is you're doing this. You have like essentially a 3-hour window
Yeah.
Okay.
before the track is finally cleared after everything, and so you're doing stuff in this time. You're
Okay.
investigating.
Okay.
So for success, you found that the window was open,
Yes.
So then, are we gonna?
and
check
you have an idea about the roof.
Yes. I would love to go up there if
Well, it's going to have to be someone else. You already went.
Okay. Well, I'm not the greatest. I am the greatest clown, but I will open the window and kind of like peek outside, and then I'll look at it like who's a really good climber.
It's not going to be a climb check to get on top of the train. There's stairs, ladders,
Oh,
and the
okay.
train itself is not moving right now. So, but
Okay.
you're going to have to figure out a check to determine whether or not you find leavings from a person at the top of the roof.
Right.
Well, I would say one of our compatriots should go outside and get onto the roof, and then make their way to where they see my hand out this window to see if they see anything on the way.
Okay.
Just so we can visually mark how much distance it is from the ladder and stuff.
All right. Does anybody have something that they want to try to do for that?
I mean, I can go up. My investigation is limited. I don't really.
See what. Remember that you can also try to add things to these rolls.
Right.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it, but I didn't wanna meta it.
Yeah,
That's
I mean, I
fine.
have guidance.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we have that option.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. Remember, since this is a skill check, you don't all have to be doing investigatory stuff like physical investigatory stuff. If you want to try to like talk people up to see if you can find more information, that's also something you can do.
Then
Yeah.
yes, I think I
Okay.
would rather try
Before
and use my charm and persuasion to talk to the other passengers and see if they'll give up more information. Something that they think is incriminating, so they don't want to divulge that, or it's a different well, my husband doesn't know I was on this train. I can't get involved in this or whatever, and it's like, well,
Sure.
we need to find the real person. So
Okay.
I would like to do something along those lines.
Sure. Go ahead and
For-
get me. What was that, Michelle?
I was gonna say before everybody spans out, maybe I should just hold on to this.
What?
Can I talk to them without being having the investigator here, or is he
Talking
like
to
on
us?
us?
Yeah,
you have a time frame, so I'll say yes. While he is going to interview other people to try to help you because you've convinced him to try to help you out as well.
Okay, so I'm just gonna point out to everybody, E and his family are supposed to be really good at this, and he missed a lot of clues. Does his family have any problems with this one? Could he have done it?
That would
Maybe
open up
possible.
a history check for one of you if you think one of you can do that.
I think that the one can do that is already gone.
I got a +3.
0.
Hmm.
But I mean,
So,
that's something we could do.
Azazia, you said that you wanted to
Persuade the
rub elbows,
passengers.
persuade passengers.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
Okay, so we'll do guidance first. Allows me
Sure.
to a D4 on any skill check.
All right, we're at
And
1 and 1.
persuasion. 22.
22.
Wow.
You are able to talk to the let's see, what would that have done? So you go around and you talk to the different passengers, and you see that one of the passengers actually divulges that around the time of death, the Warforged was busy getting food for Nadara.
Okay. So he has
So
a
he
good
has an
alibi.
alibi. He has an alibi, which is more than none, which is what he had before.
Okay.
And that they didn't want to say anything because they were kind of out of their seat, and they may or may not have snuck off with one of the nips from the first class bar. But as long as you don't mention that part.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, then I definitely will keep that information
All
handy,
right.
I guess, to pass on.
And that puts us at 2 and 1. And now we come down to another thing to try to do to fix this and make sure that poor Lud doesn't get put away into the scrap heap.
Mhm.
You have checking the top of the train. You have
Yeah.
the ability to maybe make a history check about Archibald and his family.
Does
I
it?
was thinking about buying us more time. If I could ask the conductor to just take a little bit more time. It doesn't directly help us.
Mhm.
Does it have to be me that does the check since I haven't done one yet, or can it be anybody?
It if you want to forfeit your turn, you can.
Okay. Because I could go up on the roof. I have acrobatics and athletics and all that junk, and pretty good perception. But
Yeah,
I don't
you could
know.
use your perception to try and because we haven't used perception yet.
That's true.
Yeah,
You
could
guys have
your
used sleight of hand. You've used investigation,
Arcana. I used.
arcana, and persuasion.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I don't know if
I
I
can,
should.
I can go up after. Like I have investigation of a +4. So it's
You've
not
already
bad,
gone. Someone
but I've
else.
already gone. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, you can use your perception outside. Because Core was mentioning like maybe we can find some tracks or some leftovers, or maybe as they climb down to get in, there's something left over.
Is there like multiple places I can check, or do I have to pick one?
So the way that this works is you tell me what part you're checking, and if you find something, you find something, and if you don't, you don't.
Okay.
So you
Yeah,
guys are
a little
kind of
more
shaping this as you go.
Okay. I just don't want to use it like on the roof, and you just want to be like, "Ain't nothing here, bitch."
That's not how this works.
Okay, well then
that's
I'll go up on
yeah.
the roof and give it a look see.
Do
Okay.
you have survival, like tracking or anything like that?
I don't think I do.
I
No.
don't either.
No.
No.
Okay.
I do I mean I have I guess a 3 in survival technically, but it's not proficient.
Yeah.
No.
You can make a check that's not proficient.
Do you
I
think
would
it-
use
But-
the best one.
I mean, perception is probably your best
Yeah.
bet
they're
here,
they're
right?
the same.
Oh, they're the same. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Well,
not
either.
proficient in either.
Well,
I'm proficient in insight though.
that was
Oh,
just talking to
That's
someone.
later. Yeah.
You said acrobatics you're good
Yeah.
at? You could maybe see what it would take to go from like the roof to the window, like what someone would have to have done to give you an idea. If it's like, oh yeah, this is super easy, anyone could have done it, versus like, no, you would have needed a cat burglar, you would have needed someone super dexterous or
Yeah.
athletic to do this, maybe.
Yeah, that's another way to see, to kind of be the investigator. Like, no, there's no way someone would have to have magic to do that or something like that.
That's fair. You could do that. I would say that's probably I would say it's a wisdom acrobatics for that,
Hmm.
which I think for you would be a 5.
I think you muted yourself.
Oh yeah.
How do you do that?
Go ahead and click. If you want to do this one, you just use acrobatics, and I would remember that it's -1.
Okay. I'm just gonna do that, I guess.
Go for it.
Hey, wings.
Blech.
Oh well.
was not bad.
I don't suppose you cast guidance
I did.
Is
Of
that-
course. Why would I
is
not?
that
have
what-
guidance?
because I see it up there, so I
It is,
assume
okay.
that's what this was. This was for that, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, Michelle, if you could roll me a d4.
Okay.
Little guy on the right, I'll let you.
That's good. I like that.
Nice.
A 15 is the DC you had to meet.
Yeah. Which yeah. Yeah.
You do goo.
We cheated.
All right. With that, you do in fact notice that with the right training and coordination, someone acrobatic enough, after if they had a way of carefully unlocking the window, and it could have done a particular kind of flip to then kick in the window abruptly.
Mm.
You note that there are certain scuffs and certain mount points that would need to exist for this to have worked, and you do see little dents in the train top where that would have had to happen.
Okay.
So it does look like someone who is deviously dexterous, in fact, invaded this man's room.
Forensic acrobatics.
And you
I
know
like it.
that if it was someone who was worse at this than you, they probably wouldn't have been able to do it.
Hacha.
Forensic acrobatics. Congratulations. With
Okay.
that, that's 3 successes to 1 failure. You have successfully passed the skill challenge.
We learned it. This is why it's always nice to
Your
have a
heart
cleric.
can leave your throat and go back into your chest.
or a
Next round.
pretend cleric.
Yep.
Or, an angel. It's always nice to have guidance.
It is. That's how I live my life.
Yeah.
Very,
Um,
very nervous.
With that, I will say that you also noticed that there was a bit of markings leading into one of the back cars, the storage car.
Oh,
Should-
like where his luggage was.
Yes.
Steal his shit. Should we tell what's his face? We found all this shit first, or just go look?
Or we go check the check, see if we can find his luggage, and maybe that means something.
The person could be in storage though, so perhaps we should tell Archibald. Oh, I need to unmute you. I'm sorry.
Tick, you're muted. Hold on.
Go
No,
ahead.
I'm not.
Go. You were for us. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. No, Jorah would be like, no. Let's find out what we can before we involve the
Authorities.
You just want to steal
Yeah,
don't-
something.
Don't... you just want to steal something.
yeah.
Yeah.
Jorah
Not
just
a-
goes, yeah.
She's not happy with him, so yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Core would know how much time they would have left. So he would say, well, we have a couple hours before we even start, and then we have to get there, so we could take some time.
Oh,
We just have to do it before he gets off the train.
Jorah has another question. Jorah's like, this looks like it was planned. Who would know that he had this car? Because if I was going to try to, say, lighten the load of a particular passenger of note, I would definitely have to know which car they bought their ticket for.
Oh,
And who
hey,
has
you know
the
what?
ticket?
I forgot something for the investigation check you had earlier, Jorah. It
Yeah.
does look like they rifled through his pockets.
Okay.
Okay.
They left the ball because whatever.
Yeah. So there was something that he had that was important on him. Also, was there any like journal or notes or paperwork? Because artificers just have copious amounts of notes.
Nope. Just the bauble with the crystal.
There's like not even like
He
a
didn't
journal.
look like he had any money
Not
left.
Eh?
No.
a mugging as well, huh?
And that rich
I
girl,
hope-
she wouldn't need the money.
Yeah.
This
Oh.
is true.
If you were planning to take everything, you might as well take everything of value.
I think the his luggage might be a wise move. Maybe he was carrying more trinkets or actual. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure.
Are we moving to the luggage car?
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
As you
Although,
move,
I do want to add really quick to Jorah's thing. It's not odd to walk by the cars and just look in. It wouldn't be hard. That's all.
What was that?
It's not hard to just like walk by the cards and be like, oh, that's where that person is. I did it earlier with Snooty McSnooter Pants.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
all right. With that, you all make your way to the luggage car.
Mm-hmm.
And you notice that the place looks a little bit turned over. As you come into here, you see that some of the crates have been cracked open. You also notice that there is 4 crates here that seem to be carrying small animals in them. They bear the symbol of a griffin with a spear, which you know now to be the house. I think it's Vidalis. Sorry, folks. Let me check my notes. That's session 1. What the hell? Vidalis nailed it. All right, and that is the house for the mark of frick. It's handling, which is animals and monsters, tamers, is what their house
Specialized
deals in.
Gotcha.
So mini dragon lady.
Yeah, mini dragon lady. Good call. All right, so as you go through here, you notice that stuff is overturned. You hear a noise in the back of the cart, and as you do, you hear 2 people conversing with each other and just saying, "Shit, I guess the jig is up. You have to run for it, huh? I guess so. Are we gonna kill him first? We have to kill him. They might see us." As 2 people
Do you,
are in
be-
the back of the cart.
do you believe this shit? Do you hear these? Do you hear these fuckheads back here?
Hold on one moment.
Mm-hmm.
I do think we should have told the guy before we came back here.
That's okay because now you have to roll initiative.
Too late! Oh no!
As 2 people spring out from the back, try to stab you.
There's a setting that I am looking for.
Fuck!
Oh, also, I'm going to make a roll in the open for you guys real quick.
Okay.
Oh, can you allow us to click on our icons for initiative?
Can't you? No.
No, I tried, but
God dang it! I
Oh,
didn't resave up. I didn't resave them up, Charles.
Yeah, that we just don't have permissions on them.
God dang it! That's on me. Sorry.
It's always annoying because it's like,
Wait, that's the wrong one. Damn it.
Oh no!
I already set it. Like, why do I have to set it again?
Yeah, I know.
It should
That's
save it on the token, but
definitely on me. My dang. Yeah, because you have to save the token back up once you do that. Otherwise, it just keeps the old token.
it pretends like it doesn't know what you would like to do with that. It's like,
But it
why would I
knows.
ever?
So there are certain ways to do that now, I think, where you can actually modify the token directly, but I'm still pretty old school for this, so.
Mhm.
Is it ready for us to do that or not yet?
Yes, you should all have access to your characters now.
Okay.
It didn't do it.
Do-do-do. Boop. Boop.
I don't know how to do it. Do I click the bottom doodle?
so you click on the blue circle, so it gives you the
Alright.
ability to mess with it, and then click on initiative roll.
Yeah, mine for
Computer's
some
mad at
reason
me.
didn't come from D&D Beyond. No, it's like, please put me in the initiative order. Sorry about that, James. You're probably gonna have to do mine manual.
That's fine.
Okay.
You know what I need to do? Probably is I need to... Here, I'm gonna... No, you already have it representing your character.
Yeah, I do, and I think it was just between D&D Beyond and here. So I'll roll, and then you can change it, I guess.
That's okay, I got you. Oh,
Oh, okay.
what was your initial? 21?
21 for some reason.
Okay.
Nice.
All right, so... For this, let's see...
How much extra do you have on initiative?
Just 2.
Oh.
I just roll really high when it's initiative and really low when it's anything else. That
It's
has
the
always
curse.
been my way.
I just see a 12, so I was like, 12 plus 2 is not 21.
Oh, no, that's the second
No,
time I
so
rolled it.
it's not the 12. In fact, it's the 21 above.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
rolled, but it didn't go
Got
to my
it.
character.
I think... Yeah.
Mhm.
Crazy, right? Come on, let me do the modifying. God damn.
It says nah.
All right. Now, Graph, what is your passive perception?
13.
13?
Yeah.
You were not surprised by these boys. Go ahead and take your turn.
Yeah.
Also, your dex is a +4, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you go before this guy does.
Okay. Let's see. I'm up here. Can we see them at all yet, or are they still kind of hidden?
They have like half cover, but you can see them.
Okay. So I know somewhat where they are.
Mm-hmm. However, you do also notice that there's a lot of stuff around this area
Yeah.
that you'll have some time to get into that.
So the first thing I'm
Just
gonna do is mention to everybody else, like, hey, look, they're over there, in case they didn't notice, and then also be like, remember, we have to sort of have them alive, to admit shit to what's his face, and then I guess I'm just gonna. So is it like I have to move extra slow because there's a bunch of junk in the way?
Or you can make me an acrobatics check to move at normal speed, but if you do that, it could go poorly for you.
Yeah.
But you're pretty good at it.
But you're
But,
pretty
like-
acrobatic.
But like poorly can be funny, so I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Heck yeah. That's the spirit.
And that's
Mess
how you
up.
do
Get in that 20, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Graph, you go sailing over the boxes and barrels and cages full of animals. Where would you like to end up? Because you have
Hardcore
the run
parkour.
of the turn.
I want to end up like on top of a box next to one of them.
Big box, little box, your choice.
Bro, let's do big box. Big box.
Big box it is.
Big box. Okay. And
All of you just see Graph be like, well, time to go to work. Crack, 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 crack.
Swoosh.
Just boop, doop, 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 doop. And he immediately makes it all, or she immediately makes it all the way over to all of them. And it's just like, all right,
hey, you can't kill us.
bloody hell.
That's fucking rude. You know that? And then like I just smack one of them in the head with my staff.
Nice. Go ahead and make an attack roll for me.
Boop. Oh fuck.
Well,
That's not going to hit.
Nope.
but
And then I guess I'm gonna use a
Bullshit,
key
you
point.
Special talk.
Key point for flurry of blows. Yes.
Feel free to make 2
Mhm.
more attacks.
That's just a punch though, right?
yep.
It is with unarmed weapons, yes.
Uh,
13.
13 and 11.
So you roll high on initiative.
Right.
And
then my acrobatics was like whoosh, and then
Yeah.
I used all of my grace, and now I'm just like.
well, they're pretty dodgy back
Let's
there.
see. Not to be like retroactive or anything, but you did get a nat 20 on that acrobatics. Give me one more roll with your spirited for an advantage roll, essentially.
Okay. Did it roll? There it is. What?
Oh,
Well,
Some
you don't
days.
get them.
some days you just can't get rid of a bomb.
So I tried to use my staff, and I just like hit the wall and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Happens.
Oh my
Yeah, that was a 2 and a 1. Yeah. Sorry, Fran.
I wasted that 20 on being beautiful through the air.
Well, you got there though.
He was like-
you could have been farther away.
As he parries and deflects all of your attacks, he's like, man, you really had me fooled there. And then he goes to swing at you twice.
Oh, I guess it's too late.
What's up?
Wait, I know. I'm holding the staff still.
Yeah.
So I get extra 2 from AC, right?
Wow.
Because you're a Kinsei, right?
Yeah.
I
Like,
believe that's if you made a regular attack instead of using your staff to attack with your action.
Does it not count for flurry of blows?
Ooh,
It's-
maybe. Let's see. Agile parry. I'm not going to kibosh it until I look it up more. So yes, +2 AC.
All right.
It's your attack action, but then that questions because the bonus attacks have to be when you make an attack. So I don't know. We'll see. So he's going to make an attack. It's going to be a normal swing. Let's do that. Does a 24 hit your AC?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
No?
And then
Not at all. No, it definitely would hit me too.
Oh.
I'm just.
does a 14 hit your AC?
No.
Okay, so he swings and hits you once and like kind of knocks you off balance a little bit. You're going to take 6 points of damage.
Okay.
And then the second hit, you're able to move your foot in time and it flies under it.
Okay.
Core, it is your turn.
All right. I think you know what's about to happen.
None of us know what's about to happen.
Yeah.
If I'm
You
honest.
don't know
I
what's
knew
about
it.
to happen.
That's the fun.
I know what you're going to do. I don't know what it's going to do, but I know what you're
Right.
going to do.
Can I use this? Yeah, I can to just do 4. Will it show you? No, it doesn't. Okay. Well, a 4.
No.
It's my favorite. Dang, I wish I could send that to you. So,
You do nothing.
Kor kind of closes his eyes, meditates for a little while, and his greatsword glows with light.
Ooh.
What have you done?
It turns into kind of a lightsaber-ish, and nothing
Okay.
else seems to change.
Okay.
So you said they're behind cover, right?
Yeah, half cover for that one over there, or like half cover for that guy. Maybe a little bit more for the one that Graph's on top of, but
Right. So Kor's gonna see if he can't get on top of a box to mitigate that cover. Would that be possible?
sure.
Sure. So
What the hell do you have?
something.
Okay.
So whatever the closest, easiest box to get on top of is, if you ping it, he'll move there. Or you could just move me.
Let's see. With your movement, 5, 10, what is your movement as a barbarian? It's still only 30?
Yeah, it's still only 30 right now. I'll climb.
I
up
would
if
say
have
you could
to.
get up to here with 30 feet of movement.
Okay. So I climb on top of that box. I have a clear view to that guy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw my greatsword at him.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
That's going to be a very poor attack roll, if I'm not mistaken.
Nah.
Really?
Nope.
All right, Link, what do you got?
So, until my rage ends, the weapon damage type changes to force. It gains light and thrown properties with a normal range of 20 feet and a long range of 60. If it leaves my hand, it reappears in my hand at the end of the current turn. And since it's thrown, I can use my strength still.
What?
Yep. I'm throwing my greatsword.
Throw your greatsword.
I don't know. Maybe. 17?
Yeah, 17 will hit.
Okay, so it's force damage.
Yeah, which he's unsurprisingly not immune to.
You know
So
what I forgot
14.
about?
What's that?
I took the lucky feat. I could have rerolled some of that shit.
Oh,
You
no.
could have.
Oops.
Hey, next round.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So 14
What?
damage.
What is what?
What?
T4 plus 4, so 4 and a 6 plus. Jeez,
Yeah,
man.
4 plus 4.
You. He's looking at you, and you go like this with your sword, like with the throw, and he's like, "Come on!" And then it just goes, full, bonk, and smacks him right there. He's like, "Ow! What the hell?
And then
What
it
are
returns
these
to my
people? I don't know. Kill them."
hand. That's
Jorah,
the
it's
end of
your
my
turn.
Turn?
Your
Your
turn.
turn.
Oh, okay. All right. Sorry, I was lost in the description. I also didn't know what number he was. I'm just going to. What animals are in the crate?
Make me a perception check.
That's a good question. Escort jumped on top of a crate, maybe. He didn't even look at it.
That doesn't look well. Yeah, no, I have no idea.
You think it might be puppies.
No, not
Yeah.
puppies.
There you see like a little glint, like a little mouth opens and shuts, and you see it like moving around, but you can't tell.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna just get up over on top of this barrel behind Core.
Okay.
Sake. And they're still looking pretty good, right?
Yeah, although the one did definitely get smacked by a greatsword in midair for a huge amount of damage.
Okay. Well, I will get right
What the
behind
hell?
behind Core, and
Yep.
I will just invoke a little bit of firebolt at him.
Sure. Go ahead and make the roll.
Yeah,
Well, it was an 11. An 11 unfortunately misses.
that's fine. It was shit for damage.
Yeah, it wasn't that much damage.
Yeah,
anyway.
the one was. Hey, it was a bit. You never know, man. Firebolt's
never know.
always a card.
Yeah.
Would you like to use your bonus action at all?
No.
Movement, hiding.
You know what? Let me see. I mean, if I can potentially hide behind this big barbarian guy, that would be awesome.
Sure. Make me a hide check.
Stealth
Because
roll?
you're on something shorter than him too. I'll say that you can like duck around the barrel that you're on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So stealth?
Yeah, stealth check. And then it's going to go to this guy's turn.
Nice. Oh, it's the other way around.
Fortunately,
Ooh.
a 7 is not lower than any of their passives.
Oh, that second guy was so nice.
Yeah.
Mm.
All right, this guy is going to move up to you, Core. 5, 10, 15, 20. He's hopping across these crates, 25, 30. And he moves out of your range, Graph.
Do I get to smack him?
You may if you would like.
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Okay. Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
What do I just like? What do I use?
Whichever weapon you want to hit him with. If you want to hit him with like unarmed or so you just get to attack him.
Oh, I don't even have to roll. I just get to attack.
No, you
All right.
roll. To
So
see if
a
you hit him.
12 will miss.
Okay.
You just get a free attack basically.
Would you
Yeah.
like to use lucky?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Okay.
might as well.
Roll again.
I hope it doesn't miss.
6 and
I hope
2.
so too.
Oh, 1.
Of course. That's our luck this time.
That's not
So-
luck.
But we look good doing it.
We did.
All right. So, you miss as he swings. You go to swing at him, and then the other guy like goes to take a swing at you, and in the last second you have to move to parry, and you don't get a hit. This guy takes 2 swings at you, Core.
Fine.
A 19 to hit.
Yeah, that'll definitely hit me.
You notice that his blade is dripping with something.
Oh, good.
So you're going to take 6 regular damage,
Okay.
which you reduce to 3.
Yeah.
And then you feel something pulse into you as you take an additional 6 poison damage.
Mm.
Then he swings at you again. Rolling a 9. A 9 total. Does a 9 hit your AC?
No.
Okay. So he swings once and catches you, and though it's not a deep cut, you feel the poison seep into you. And
Oh.
then he goes to swing again, and you're able to. That's as your sword comes back, and you just deflect it. And he sees the sword reappear in your hand. He's like, "What the fuck is that sword?" Azazia, it's your turn.
Well, then I will, seeing that Core just got stabbed, I will try for a hold person.
Mm.
Okay.
So the target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be paralyzed. And my spell saves are 14.
Hey guys, give me just a sec.
Yeah,
Sure
no
thing.
problem.
I think hold person would be wise
Oh yeah.
because that gives you advantage on all of your attacks, doesn't it?
Yeah, and I think if you hit, it's automatically a critical because they're paralyzed.
Oh, very nice. Okay. I think I'll save my only other spell will be a whatchamacallit? Cure wounds. I think I'll use cure wounds. Save it to use cure wounds in case it's only a 2.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, any attack that hits the creature is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature.
nice. Okay.
Hold person is nasty.
Mm-hmm. I'm just hoping I'm
Plus
strong
2, I'll roll this in the open.
Oh boy.
enough. Plus 2.
That is an 8.
Oh.
That person is held. Which one did you hit?
The one standing in front of Core.
Got it. Got
Oh, boy.
it. So he is done for the time being,
Mhm.
Yeah,
and probably
paralyzed.
done forever here shortly.
Yeah,
Maybe.
paralyzed for the duration. At the end of each of its turns, the target can make another wisdom save.
Yeah.
And his next turn will not come until right before yours. So
Mm.
he is currently paralyzed, which, Michelle, so that you know, a paralyzed creature, if they get hit, is automatically critical struck.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Graph, it is your turn.
All right. I'm gonna stay where I am,
Mhm.
so that dude in the corner can't hit me. But I'm gonna like basically. Can I switch weapons without any weirdness, or is that an action?
What weapon are you switching to?
Longbow.
You can do that, but
Okay.
if you attack something while you're engaged in melee with a ranged weapon, you'll be at disadvantage for the roll.
Am I
This
in?
dude's gonna be-
Am I in
You're
melee?
at melee with this guy.
I was gonna shoot the other guy since he's.
It wouldn't critical either. You have to be close to them.
Okay.
When they're paralyzed.
Well, then I'm
Yeah,
just gonna
oh,
deal
yeah.
with the guy in the corner. You
Yeah.
guys have fun with automatic crit guy. Hello, guy in the corner. I'm gonna try and hit you. You know what? I'm just gonna try and I think regular punch you this time.
You gonna punch him?
Or maybe I wanna. Yeah, I'm gonna have my staff try and redeem itself. So I'm gonna smack him again, but I have to try. Okay.
Okay.
Man.
Well, that's fine.
Would you like to use a lucky point?
Yeah, I guess so. Yipes.
Here we go. Well, that's.
Well, that'll do it.
Yeah. Yeah, that
Japes.
might.
Yes.
And now-
About time, sir.
My way.
and then, you
I
just
guess
roll your
He's with me, dear.
Okay.
Do you... Here, you guys, just so you can hear this idiot.
Oh my god.
He just wants attention. Just wants
He does.
love.
25 hits. Roll damage.
All right.
You're
I forget how to
two-handed, so I
do-
believe that's a 1d8 plus
Yeah.
your modifier.
And I forget how to do that already. Philip.
I think you can just the roll right next to it on the sheet.
Oh, on the thing. Bottom.
Because the first one is to see if you hit. The second one
Man.
is the damage.
So,
Man.
5 piercing, that's not it.
Man. Because it's a spear, they call it.
Oh
You
yeah,
can-
I guess
yeah.
it is piercing.
Yeah.
It was just
Okay.
a 1.
I'm using it as a
But-
staff, but yeah.
Yeah, so you deal 5 piercing damage to this guy.
Okay. Thank you, extra 4.
Yeah. And
And I guess How does he look?
Fresh.
Totally
Fresh to
fine.
death because you've dealt him 5 damage so far.
Yeah, okay. That's right, nobody's done anything to him. Cool.
now he's 2 in the corner.
I'm just gonna, I guess that's all I can do for now, right? I think I have any other
flurry.
bonus stuff. I don't
You can do
want to.
flurry.
Blows.
Yeah, I don't want to use my element.
Well, you could
stuff
also
yet.
just use your bonus action to hit him with a regular 1 attack.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I'm gonna
Yep.
do that.
Because you're a martial artist.
Yeah, because it won't do anything. Cool.
you
Also,
always get
punch
one
in
for
the
free.
face.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a 22. That hits. Go ahead and roll damage. Please roll higher than your staff with your fist.
Nope.
Okay.
No. All right. Still 10 damage. Good
Yeah,
round.
that's 10 damage though.
You stab at him and he like kind of parries it a little, but it throws him off balance, and then you kick him in the head. And he's like, ah, fuck.
There's a very cinematic.
What are you?
I'm imagining Jackie Chan versus someone in that corner over there.
Yeah.
And that's why it's missing and also.
And I'm like clanging into the
Exactly.
corners and stuff.
All right. And
Clanging into the corners and stuff.
Yeah.
at this point, he looks over, and he sees his friend is about to get messed up.
Uh-huh.
He says, "Ah, hell." He's going to roll at disadvantage, but he's going to shoot a chromatic orb at Azazia.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
Cat, would you leave me alone? No?
No, he love you.
Never.
No, because he just got let out from the bedroom, so he's like,
Wait, were they in there the whole time?
since we fed them, yeah.
Cool, that's been an hour.
Yeah.
No wonder he's so mad at me.
Yeah.
All right, so he's rolling 2d20, keep the lowest. Plus
Oh
4.
boy. Ooh.
Does an 8 hit your AC? Azazia?
Negative.
All right. But since he casts a spell, you see on his hand there is a symbol that looks like it's from a dragon marked house.
It's the assassin house.
It's. You don't know houses, do you?
No.
You don't.
No, but would an Arcana check?
But I
Yeah.
think it's a pretty good assumption on my part.
Yeah. Just not which house, but definitely a house, maybe.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, Graph.
Me?
Yes, you. As something, when he shoots the spell, you see the thing glow on his hand, and then it pulses out in a wave around him.
Okay. Constitution. I'm blind. Finally.
Nice.
16 succeeds.
Yes.
You take only 3 force damage from his
Oh,
unstable
okay.
mark.
Unstable.
And you see it like warps in his hand as it explodes.
Okay.
All right, that's going to be his turn. He tried to help his buddy out, didn't quite work. Core, it's your turn.
Well, when you're a hammer, everything looks like a nail, so I'm going to attack him. I think I have advantage.
You do.
Is it shift click? No. Well, that's the first one.
Sure.
And the second one is 15.
15 hits.
Oh, well, it's an automatic critical.
Yes, it is.
So I think I can force critical, yeah. Alright, well, Core just, after seeing him not be able to move, he just goes for a home run swing.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, remember, we need some, like, aliveness.
Oh, He says that
I need you
after.
to roll 2 more d6.
oh boy. Yeah, it doesn't seem to force critical. Okay, whatever.
No, it won't.
See, that's good. when you said we need him alive, he went,
Yeah.
oh, and he just kind of
So you like
held
he
back a little
sees
bit.
he in his muttering, like barely able to maintain himself sitting
Yeah.
still. He sees the sword blade edge down on him like a white line of fire, and then at the last second you turn it to the flat and just smack him on the head.
Yeah.
He just goes, "Brrr," and you see a tooth kind of fall out of his mouth.
Yeah, we'll give him the paddle swing then.
Oh. Chora, it's your turn.
Muted.
So the one guy's knocked out, correct?
No, he is
He's still up.
held, which means all attacks against him that melee have advantage, and they all critical.
But I didn't really kill
But he's
him
not
because I didn't
knocked
follow
out?
through.
No.
He's not unconscious.
He gets a save on his turn, which is coming up.
And I didn't lower his HP enough to knock him unconscious. So
Yeah, he's not
How-
unconscious yet.
How
how's he look?
how's he look?
I don't know. Stab him, find out.
Bloodied.
Bloodied is a word. Yeah.
Yeah.
Eh, okay. Well,
In a word, he looks pitiful because right now he's held in place mid sword swing, can't move, kind of gurgling and like oil can, and then he got whacked right in the face by Core.
yeah.
He's
And
got
I've
like he's
got-
like cross-eyed.
Okay. And all I need to do is cross over here, and I will get sneak attack for being near my compatriot.
You also have advantage in the first place, so yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Oh man.
All
Go
right.
for the kidneys. Go for the kidneys.
Roll 2d20.
Oh,
Oh boy.
well, it's gonna be. I'm gonna dagger. No, wait, not dagger.
Just
There's the rapier.
yeah.
Oh,
roll
boy.
your attack with your rapier.
Yeah.
An 18 hits. Go ahead and roll me 1d8 plus 4d6.
Yeah, the critical sneak attack.
Well, my 1d8 is that piercing there.
Nope, you
We
need to
need
roll
another.
another d8 because you're automatically criticaling this held person.
1d8 and 4d6.
Jeebs.
Yeah, rogues are the stabby stab.
Oh.
Do you want to kill him or knock him out?
Oh, she wants
I
to kill
wanna
him.
I wanna disable him.
Okay, what does Jorah mean by disable?
Well, I would like to knock him out, but I'd also like to really, really do something cruel, which is like
Get a tendon.
right behind the knees.
Ah, yeah.
Take a tendon out.
Yeah.
You with just the precision that a rapier can do,
Yeah.
you look, you see he's standing like he's still balanced, but he can't move. And so all you do is you just cut the back of his hamstring.
Yeah.
And you just right along the tendon that's exposed, and then
In
you
a
just see
J.
him collapse backwards, land directly on his head, and then roll out and go boom.
Yes, I make sure not to hit the popliteal artery behind the knee. Like, I just nick it.
Yeah.
So
The rapier
Basically,
is
if anybody's ever seen like a Daffy Duck falling down the stairs, boom, boom, that's
Yeah.
what he does. Head flat.
All right.
He is out cold.
Not bad.
And that is your turn. He does not get a turn because he is done. Azazi, it's your turn. Sorry.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well then, I think I will toll the dead. So the one that is still in the back will hear the sounds of bells.
Ding dong. All right. He will go ahead and make a wisdom save, I believe. Yes.
Correct. Wisdom save.
14 still, I think.
Correct. 14.
Oh,
Whoa.
He rolls a natural 20 and succeeds. And
Well
therefore
then.
takes 0 damage.
he likes the sound of bells. You picked the wrong bells. They were jingle bells and not like big ones.
He's like,
Or
oh yeah? Well, the bell tolls for thee.
Cora has a thought about, if I take that hand, could I get that? It's like when you run that bell before, it hurt people. It didn't seem to hurt him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oof.
That guy's weird.
Graph, it is your turn.
So the first thing I want to do is say, look, your friend's out. You want to give up?
He looks. I can take you.
Sometimes.
It's pretty.
Come on.
It's pretty fucking
Sometimes.
confident.
Yeah.
So I don't know why, but I'm gonna try and give my spear another chance.
Yeah.
Give Spear a chance.
What?
Oh,
it was
stopped at
almost a 19. It was
Yeah.
almost a 19. Luck point. I'm gonna use this last
Yeah.
luck point. Like
Yeah.
all three of
Okay.
them. All fucking three of them.
Do
Just
it.
bam, bam, bam.
This is what luck truly is.
Yeah, seriously. Every halfling always.
Okay.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, sadly, you're not a halfling. Halfling luck is dumb. It's whenever you're rolling at one. You didn't roll in at one. Roll again.
Yeah.
Wow. I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Tiki
Alright.
likes it.
Yeah.
All right, so you hit with the 22. So go ahead and roll
Hooray.
1d8 plus mod.
My goodness.
Whatever that damage thing is.
Yes.
Hey, there we
Ooh,
go.
nice.
That's
Yes.
12 damage.
Yes.
And he's just like,
yes,
I can take you.
yes.
You stab him right in the gut. He goes, oh, okay.
You've only dealt with me so far. There's 3 others back there.
We can call it a tie.
No, we can't.
um,
Uh,
just as.
I accept your surrender.
so then I punch him in the head.
Yep. Punches don't have to kill.
15
Ooh,
hits.
nice. Mm.
Surprisingly, still doing okay.
They're pretty hardy.
It's his turn. He,
Yeah.
yeah, what does he do? Huh? He hops up onto this. There's no windows in
If-
this car.
If
is
he
the problem.
moves... No, because he's still in range.
Yeah,
Never mind.
he's still in
Yeah,
range,
he's still in reach of you. Actually, he's going to try to run out this door. So he pops open the door and starts to run.
But then I get to hit him.
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
Can I, like, modify the hit at all to try and trip him up, or is that not a thing?
You can use an attack to try to grapple someone.
All right. How do I do that?
First, you have to roll the attack and hit.
Okay.
Ah,
Doesn't quite hit,
that's
sorry.
cool.
That's fine.
If the way that a grapple works is you can make an attack, and if you hit, you have the ability to force a contested strength, athletics, or acrobatics with the person. And if you win that, their speed is 0 and they're grapple.
Okay.
Yeah, they can't move.
Something that not many people think to do on their reactions,
Right.
which is interesting. So, he runs out, and you see him hop up, and then start running.
He just hopped onto the roof.
Yeah. Cora, it is your turn. Oh god, you still have a dumb magic sword.
Yeah. he just sighs and looks around like, should I go after him?
This guy lands right here.
Like, all right, well. He's gonna try and make it at least to the roof, because he's got to get line of sight at the very least. So he's got to chase him.
Make me an athletics or acrobatics check.
I know which one I'm using. Okay.
All right. I'm gonna say you're able to just make that jump here,
Okay.
and then you can climb up. And you're
24, okay.
looking over the ladder at him. That's exactly all of your movement. You're still on the ladder.
Okay. Well then, I will try and throw the greatsword at him.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I just say, don't run.
He continues running.
Well,
Oh, you hit him.
well. I don't know if that does it or not.
Oh man.
I don't know if that does it or not. I really don't want it to. But... And it's
He's
force
running.
damage.
I know it is.
Uh,
It doesn't quite do it to him, but
Oh,
you
thank
see
goodness.
him, like you fling the sword and it just pommel right into the back of his head. Whack. You see him stagger a little bit. It's almost as though he has less than a handful of what you would call hit points left.
But he's not down.
He is not.
Okay. Where does the greatsword land?
The greatsword clips him, flips, lands knife first into the bottom or into the top of the caboose, and then goes
Like past him. If it lands past him,
yeah,
right. What I'm gonna say is, with the last bit, because I can say that, I'm going to just hold my hand out and say it comes back, and roll an intimidation.
I'll give that to you. Make me an intimidation check.
I don't have any charisma, so this will be fun.
Yay! And this is definitely not intimidation strength. Oh,
Yeah. Oh well.
9.
I'll give him an insight check against it. This
Sure.
this should be contested.
He should be brought to justice. I don't want to kill him.
They deserve justice. Let me just see here. What is his? He doesn't have insight, so straight wisdom.
Oh boy. Well, that has been not doing well for him. Other than the Toll the Dead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ah,
He stops in his tracks. All right. You win. I give.
I'm gonna yell back to everyone. He stopped.
Why do you listen to you?
Because he thinks about it for a second. I don't know.
Because
did
you have
stop.
a magic sword you're going to hit me with.
He says it's because of the sword. He's just reporting what he says.
Good reason as any.
Someone come up here with rope, and that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay. At this point, he will, if you guys want to just get him, he'll submit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I
make
would
sure.
Definitely tie his bindings.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna make sure to ask him, like, you realize the train's been stopped for like a day, right? You could just left.
You don't know where we are.
That's quite true.
All right.
You don't want to get off this train, lady.
I mean, at this point, you do.
I gotta take my chances. Oh man. And he just looks like he's really upset about something that he can't talk about. At this point, we're gonna end initiative.
Right.
I will say that we can get into. I guess you guys are gonna want to interrogate these guys, right?
We're gonna go
Yeah,
get
certainly.
what's his face first, yeah?
Archibald, come.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you want to get Nadara or Lud? Are you good?
We could at least tell her, like, if it's okay with everybody, I'd be like, hey, guess what?
What?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, works for me.
I think we found the guys who actually did the thing.
Really?
Yeah,
You? I mean, thank you.
that's better. You need to work on that. People trying to help you.
I'm sorry. Okay, I'm not used to people caring about what I want.
Hey, Jane.
Yes.
So I will have stayed behind to kind of look through the wreckage to see what looked like got rifled through.
You see that what got rifled through as you guys are all doing this, because the interrogation is going to happen in the car, in the back cart after you get Archibald, and you notice that it looks like it was Mr. Kenneth's stuff that was being rifled through.
Okay.
And
Else's?
what?
Just his? No one else's?
I mean, they didn't exactly know where his stuff is, so of course it's kind of been dug through a little bit.
Okay.
Twist, they were looking for the thing that is in the ball.
Also, when that guy landed on one of the crates, the creature in there started crying out a little bit because it
Aw.
got spooked.
And it
And-
sounds like your cat.
Yeah.
Wow.
It did. It did. And with that, you're all in the back now interrogating these guys. And Archibald says, amazing work. I don't think I could have done better myself. Now, if you don't mind, who are you working for? And he just starts going into these guys and they're like, ah! We'll never talk, slap. We'll never talk, slap. All right, I'll talk.
He turns into Batman real quick.
Swear to me.
Swear to me.
No.
I cast light just so we can do that like whole noir spotlight scene.
Yeah.
You turn your hand at him, like you hold your hand up like this, and he grabs your hand and turns it abruptly on them. What do you know?
During the course of this, I do want to be like, hey, Mr. Archibald, what's up with that weird end thing he's got?
Archibald actually looks and says, "Oh, these are Tarkanans. These are unstable mark boys. Jorah, you would know about the crime family that works out of Sharn."
Yes. Yes, I would.
Why
And
ever
actually,
would
they're
you
not
know
Tarkanans.
about that?
That's so weird for you. The Boromar clan is a mostly halfling family that is originally immigrants from the Talenta Plains. They became the strongest crime family in all of Sharn, based around their strong connection inside of the city of Towers. With
Okay.
that, the reason that they are so strong is that they have a lot of ties to the Sharn Council, as well as ties to House Jarosco, another halfling house that is a healing house. And basically says they like to pick up unstable marks. They tend to be volatile and ill-liked. So it makes
Assassiny.
them pretty evil or pretty easy targets for folding them into the group.
I
Okay.
also want to ask where we are right now and why people wouldn't want to get off the train because of that.
He kind of looks at you funny and he says, I'm not exactly sure. And the two guys say, listen, you would have never caught us if it weren't for stupid bullet country.
What's that?
Bullet country?
Interesting.
You don't know where we are? This is one of the highest concentrations of bullets in the current area. It's right outside of Fairhaven, but pretty deadly if you start walking around on the sand. At which point you see the House Vidalis lady burst in and she says, is one of them crying? Oh shit. And she runs over and starts to quiet the baby bullet that's in the crate
Oh no.
that was crying out. She says, no, this is really bad. This is really bad. Shh, it's okay. It's okay. And you see something glow around her eye. She has her clan marking. And the baby calms down. She says, does anybody know how long until the train's moving again?
Well, Core kinda knows that it would be 3 hours, from the beginning of this battle, so he would say, what, 2 hours now?
Like 2 hours and 58 minutes?
Something like that.
And she says, no, that's not good enough. And she goes running off.
Why? But why?
You
I'm just
you hear rumbling.
I'm just gonna follow her.
People are terrible at
Charles, you know what's happening. Do you
Being
want to explain
vague.
it to the rest of the team?
No, I don't know what's happening.
I'm guessing something big and earthwormy is about to attack.
Yes.
Charles, do you know what a bullet is?
No, I don't.
How about if I
It's-
say boulet?
It's what
Oh.
comes out of a gun.
Nope. Guns don't exist in. There are no. Fun fact. There are no combustible firearm weapons in Eberron. because, as Keith Baker says, there would never be a need for them because you have magic. You would use magic guns.
Okay.
Are they're the burrowing, like, jumpy things, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Everybody
yeah.
make me a
Yeah.
nature check real quick.
You good boy.
I don't even know, but they probably have more HP than all of us combined. I don't know about a baby.
That's silly. I wouldn't say that.
Nature, right?
Yeah, nature.
Okay.
I feel that my role reflects my character right now.
I love it.
What's that?
Oh
What's
God,
that?
what is with this tick? An 8 or a nat 20, but not
I know
both.
it
Wow.
sucks. It sucks.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, you did
Core,
your best.
you know what bullets are? What he called a bullet.
Yeah.
You know them by a different name, but you know them. They're basically burrowing, shelled, terrifying creatures that when you're out in the desert, like on the Talenta Plains or something, occasionally, you can run across them, and they will pop out of the ground and eat you.
So I relay that, and then I point to a tattoo that I have that is kind of desert dunes, and I'm like, as you're going across the desert, you know, they live in the desert.
Nice.
What dumbass let this lady bring baby ones on a train that was going through this area?
That is
She had a
very good
permit
question.
for it. The train's not usually supposed to stop.
Doesn't
It didn't
fucking
occur to me
matter.
Oh, this is bad. This is very bad. You two, we'll deal with you later. And Archibald goes running off.
I go, what do they look like?
Charles,
Yeah, I can get
Corey,
you
you would know the answer to that.
Yeah. They're kind of like, take the like top part of a sandworm. They've got a big maw. Think about a shelled, I don't know, groundhog. It's hard to, you know what? I'll just get the picture.
Well,
That
no,
way
no.
it'll be easy.
Yeah, like can Core like just try to
Paint a picture with his words.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Then what he will do is say, well, they're armored like like a turtle, but all over their body. They've got a pointy mouth, right? With a lot of teeth. But they also have big, meaty claws, he says.
Okay.
But really the problem is they will ambush you from under the sands, and they are extremely powerful. They're very strong.
How big are they usually?
About a person size. I mean, this one is small. This one is small. But he says that... What?
Oh, something is
They're
crashing on the
appearing.
side of the train.
Well, Core immediately tries to use animal handling to calm it down.
Okay.
That's it. That's all
Go
I
ahead.
can think of.
Because what Jorah was going to try to do, because, you know, what makes babies cry less is when they feel like their you know, parental units are nearby, is that while Core was trying to describe, she was going to use at least minor illusion to see if it worked as a cantrip to create the image of a bullet inside in front of the cage with the crying one.
Let's stop
Sure.
crying already, right?
Minor illusion.
It did, but after the big one outside smacked into the thing, it started crying again.
Oh,
Right.
great.
And the big one cried out as well. And it was a shrill, piercing scream.
Okay.
You don't say.
No, I do, in fact.
Well,
Oh,
Core
boy.
says, well, there's a lot of people on the train. As long as there's just one, we might be okay.
Do they travel in packs?
They do.
Are you guys moving forward? If you make your way up to, you'll see as you go to follow Archibald and Vidalis, you see them both meeting with Diorian up at the front with the conductor, and they're like, we need to move now. And Diorian's like, I've already got all my men inside. There's still rubble in the way. If I let them out there, this thing's going to kill them.
So to the roof. We'll have some
Yeah, it's a good idea.
fighting from the roof tops.
I guess
Okay.
we could.
Maybe we can drive it away.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. So you're gonna move on to the roof.
I'm looking at it as like, why don't we just give them the babies?
I mean, I guess that could work. I figured they were already mad and trying to destroy us. I guess then they may just want the kids.
I mean, you only have to give them one, right?
Yeah.
Then okay,
maybe.
then like how much are baby bullets worth, and why would there be a trade in baby bullets?
Yeah.
Why is there trade in any animal?
True.
Yeah, like
Rich people
black
are
market,
terrible.
but like
No, this isn't black market at all. This is genuine normal market. They are in trade as either exotic pets, but also they're great excavators.
yeah.
Train.
Okay.
Properly trained, they can dig tunnels like nobody's business.
Why don't we
Okay,
get
so
it?
hence
Also,
they're
To clear the
valuable
rubble.
babies, they're trainable.
Also,
Okay.
terrifying to fight.
Hmm.
They have a burrow speed of 40 feet.
Yeah, they're
Not
pretty
good.
fast.
Yeah. Are all four crying or just the one?
After it smacks into again, all four are crying. You were trying to do something to calm them down. Go ahead and make me some sort of check with your spell as a catalyst.
Yeah, hold on. So I was
Deception. I'll give you deception.
deception. Okay.
Deception intelligence, because you're using a spell.
All right.
And not your honeyed
so
words.
They've got the same bonus of a +2, so it's going to be the same. Please. Ah!
So that you know, it's always going to be the one that is on the left of the two dice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have given you advantage for the check just because you're using a spell to do it too. However, that just quiets them down for now. But you, after a little bit, you don't hear anything, and if you look outside, you see that it's gone. However, you do know that these things just burrow under the ground. So.
Yeah, and it's going to be coming up underneath us anytime now.
Should we get out of here?
Yes, we should.
I think about this and I go, maybe we should unhook this car from the rest of the train. That if it comes up underneath, it won't take the whole train off the tracks.
Good thinking.
You see the two guys that you have tied and now gagged here go.
Take us.
Guess you shouldn't
Yeah,
have
I
been
guess we
such
should.
assholes. Bye.
We can't leave these guys to die like this.
I hope you
We
can
have to
pick
save
them up. Bye.
Also, this is the luggage cart and the storage cart for all the things for all the people.
Yeah,
The house members probably wouldn't allow for their shit to be. Although one of them's dead, the other one only has the bullets. So,
Yeah, I mean,
what do you guys want to do? It's only a little bit of time before this thing comes back, probably.
Well,
I would be more interested in saving the people. I feel that that's a better.
I'm fine with just throwing the baby bullets out.
Okay. Well, you're going to have to go and try to convince everyone of that plan. What are you gonna do, Charles?
I don't know yet.
Okay. Understood. Give it a shot.
Are there
We'll see.
like windows, or if we throw the boxes out, do we have to take them out the doors?
What'd you get on your wild surge, Charles? Hold on. Charles is wild surging. Let's see what his barbarian gives him.
I don't know. We'll find out.
It's
It'll
a
just
5.
give us more tools. Yeah. Let me. Why is it not? Ah, there it is. Wild surge 5. 5 is.
Well, what's in that last car?
Hold on.
I didn't.
What's a
wanna
5?
roll it. 5 is if I get hit, I retaliate with magic.
Oh.
So it's not anything that helps much. I was hoping for like a teleport.
You feel magic course through your person?
Yeah.
This is the caboose. Typically where the people who run the thing live.
Oh. I honestly didn't know that about trains.
I don't know that that's true about trains. I think it's just true of this one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, I go, you know what? This will probably be a good place to store the babies and let's unhook it so they can just kind of do what they want.
All right, I'll help with that.
Yeah,
Sounds
same.
good.
As you come through here,
Oh boy.
you do see that these three basically come in
Mhm.
as you're going to do all this. And Dorian comes in first.
Hmm.
Cornelia says, "What are you all doing? What's the situation? What's going on?"
We are under assault by the bullets.
They see the image in there too.
Yeah.
Oh, just a big bullet, just like, "Sleep,
Just
child, I have replaced your mother."
Yeah. Just
Can we-
standing there going,
Can we throw your babies out so it doesn't screw up the train?
Vidalis rolls in and is like, "No, those took
Okay,
years to
but do you
train."
want to die? Like, you could die.
But the babies stay with my house, right?
What?
Yeah.
You see her eye twitch a little
Yes.
bit. She's like, "Hold on, I'm thinking."
You don't have time to think.
Look, they're domesticated. They won't survive in the wild.
Okay, it's not important if they survive. It's important if we survive.
Those are my babies. What are you talking about?
Would you like to stay with them then?
wait, was this the dragon lady?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Make me a persuasion check to try to convince this woman to not be 12. She's like, "I won't stand for this." And she turns to Orion and says, "And my house won't stand for it either. These were secured cargo by your company, and you can't afford them for insurance purposes."
All right then. How about you stay here with them, and the rest of us will get in the further car forward, and we can just unhook you, and you can stay here with them.
Again, the two guys in the back are, "Roar," and Dorian looks over and is like, "What the hell is going on in here?"
Well, if these guys know so much about these creatures, do you think maybe we should ungag one of them and see if they have any insight to pass along?
Makes
I
sense
mean,
to
maybe
me.
they just know they're dangerous, but
I'm gonna ask the lady, like, since I'm still talking to this lady who I think is a moron. Can you like talk to the babies? How does your house thing work? Can you talk to the big one and ask it not to chomp on us all?
She thinks about that as I check what her dragon mark does. That may actually be a thing she can do. That'd be crazy, right?
it would be.
Let's see. Table of contents. Mark of handling. This is a pretty high up, so... She looks to you and says, maybe. Hold on." And you see her just hop out and hop onto the top of the train cart,
Definitely gonna.
which I'm
follow
going to
her.
put over here. Hold on. She goes out and she gets eaten immediately. No.
Like if I
Dead.
gotta keep away from her while she does whatever, that's fine.
Let's see. Layer token. She goes over here, hops onto the top of the cart, and then you see
Nothing, because we're
bullet
inside.
pop. Well, you can peek out the side if you'd like, or you can stay there.
I would
And
like
I will
to.
just describe a scene.
Mm.
I'll
Chorus
paint a
follows,
picture
no matter
with
what.
my words. And you see this thing, if you're looking out, you see the bullet reemerge. And as you see this woman with her eye, you see the eye begin to glow as the dragon mark around it glows and spreads a bit with power. And she casts a spell. And we will see how this turns out, because
Roll
she can
good.
only cast this not once a day, but she can only really do this X amount of times. No, she can only do this one once. Yeah. Oh,
Now I
because
feel-
calm emotions actually doesn't work on beasts. What does this one do though? Hold on. Wrong one.
Now I'm like, oh, I used all my lucky points. Damn it.
Oh, Beast Sense. You know that one, Tick. That doesn't help her.
No.
She's gonna try to cast Dominate Beast. That is a Wisdom save. Bullets are not smart.
That's good.
+0 on their Wisdom.
Yeah.
All right. I'm rolling it in front of you guys.
I'm sure they have over 20 Constitution though.
And her saving throw is going to be, I'll set it at that because this is what she does.
12.
It gets a 12,
Yeah.
which fails.
Yeah.
And as the thing is screaming up at her, you just see this glow in her eye, and she says, "Leave and don't come back." And you see it as she speaks in a voice that is almost not her own, and this thing immediately clams up, burrows down, and it seems to be gone.
Ooh.
Dragon Marks is powerful stuff, chillins. And with that, the path seems to clear. You all make your way back on track, and you make your way to Fairhaven.
Yay.
Nice.
Hey, Jim.
Did-
Yes.
Just because there was stuff strewn all over the that storage cart,
Yes.
can I see if I noticed anything like potentially valuable?
You want to
that
steal something, I understand.
Yes, I do. So this is the
Why don't you
character.
just say, I would like to steal something?
I would
Like
like
being
to
very...
see if I could. I would like to be able to try to find something valuable, as everybody has already left or
Yeah.
something.
Sure.
She doesn't want to say
Why
there's
don't
the good
you
guy
make
angels
me
there.
an investigation check?
Oh. Whoa.
What? Jesus Christ!
Oh.
Wow.
You
well. I
you
am
can't
not-
get close enough because as you start to look around, you see
That guy.
you see that Archibald immediately locks eyes with you like, are you going to return to your seat?
And I was like, shouldn't we kind of clean up this mess?
I think that the stewards can handle that. Come on. He puts an arm out like this and says, "I'll escort you."
And it's like, god damn it. Okay.
And so arm in arm, you go back to your seats.
Yep.
And now you have a foil. Enjoy.
And as you go into Fairhaven within the hours,
hmm
you go to depart from the train, and before you do, Graph,
What
you have a light tap on your shoulders, and as you turn, you see Nidara there, and she says, "Thank you so much." And she actually like goes in and gives you a hug and says, "I don't know what I would do if they took Lud from me."
Oh, it's all right. And I give her a little pat on the head.
She's very short. You could easily do that. And she says,
I'm glad it worked out all right.
"I'm gonna try. I'll see if I can talk to my family again. Maybe they'll listen to reason. I don't know.
I wish you luck.
Thanks.
Yeah.
You too.
Thanks.
Congratulations. I
Thanks.
should have said that sooner." And you all step off the lightning rail and make your way to the headquarters of the Wayfinders. And that's where we'll end for the night.
Yeah. I made a
Very
friend.
We did it.
Marty comes with you.
Yay.
She's like, "I feel so much better after what is essentially half a month
Yeah.
from that thing that completely wrecked my innards."
Half a month of shitting.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that because I think that would be borderline mean as a DM to say, but I will say that she did come down with like some sort of illness from the food.
Right.
So why did they kill the was it
It was a
Carlos?
robbery.
Just a robbery? Just a straight up robbery?
Well, no, there was probably more to it, but we didn't bother to really ask them.
We kind
We
of
didn't
got
have
sidetracked
time.
by the billet.
We're gonna see it
We'll have to do it
in a newspaper, like hear it on the radio. Newsflash.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Heck yeah. That is 100% the kind of world this is. You'll be like, and there's the talking points.
Yeah.
Definitely look forward to reading
So
that.
with that, you just
Snooty Von Asshole murdered on a train.
meant to do this more during this, but that's okay.
The world map.
Da, 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 da.
You only get 4 bars, remember?
Abrupt stop.
Da, da. You've made it to Fairhaven.
We did it.
We
We
did
did
it.
it.
Very nice.
We didn't die and didn't have to fight a terrible thing. Yeah. Just a couple of losers on a train. Yeah.
They got beat up and had a bad time, and then a bunch of bullies came and they started to cry. All right. There you go, folks. Thanks, everybody, for playing. And I hope you all enjoyed the second part, the second shot, the 2-shot of Eberron New Blood. Maybe we'll see these characters again, who's to say? But I believe that next time it's going to be Aldi's turn to run. And I get to sit back and relax.
Hello.
Yeah, we should be back in 2 Sundays, right? Or is that our break one? That's our break one. It's holidays.
yeah.
So we should be back in 4 Sundays.
Woo!
It's a weird way of
Got some
counting.
stuff figured out.
A month,
Sure.
some people call it.
That's fine.
Some would say that.
Yes.
That gives us time to figure out, where we want to be, or me, I guess, time to figure out
Yeah.
where I want
And
to
then
be.
we can figure out characters and have a bunch of fun doing this again. Because it was
Yep,
a bunch
yep.
of fun to do this. Woo!
Yay. Okay. We'll see you guys in
Bye, everybody.
Yeah.
See
Bye
everybody.
bye.